Welcome back inside the Hat Park Arena. It is the Kings postgame show here today on Rogers TV, Flow Hockey, and MixLR. My name is Jordan Kiss, now joined by Associate Coach Dwight Lee. Tough 4-3 loss today, Dwight, but overall, I think you got to be pretty pleased with the way this Kings team played tonight. First game after the All-Star break, you're playing, a very good Nanaimo and a very potent Nanaimo Clipper squad. But I think for pretty much most of the night, you're even better with the Clippers. Is just couldn't find a way to come away with the victory tonight, really.
Yeah, there's a lot of positive takeaways from our game tonight. Coming off of a break, I think we made a couple of costly errors there in the first period that ended up coming back to bite us. But then, aside from that, I think they had the penalty advantage or power play advantage 3-1. But aside from that, I thought, that's a pretty fast, skilled hockey club over there, and we were with them, and I thought we pushed the play on them, and we had like a extended where shift after shift where we were able to get the forward checking presence down low. It all started with the Lucarelli line a few times, and we were able to follow it up with when we rotated players. But some good work on the forward check. Our penalty kill was rock solid. And then we were able to we generated our fair share of scoring chances. They've got a pretty strong goaltender over there. So definitely some areas that we can improve upon, but a lot of good stuff there as well. Well,
let's break down this game a little bit. First period, part of the story of the game is just a couple slow starts, the first and the second period. First goal against early on, just really a turnover of the defensive zone. Nobody there to back check, and kind of an odd one for Nanaimo to score with that play in front of the net.
Right, yeah, just a little bit sloppy exiting the zone as far as our positioning and our support, and puck pops into into the slot area, and we should have had more bodies in the scoring area to defend. But I think we had one guy blow a tire, one guy kind of got ahead of the play a little bit. But that's one that we got to correct that, and that was discussing that with those players in intermission and after their shift. But an area to improve upon, and then the second goal, I think we pinched on the wall and we got caught up ice, and we didn't have enough back pressure coming back, and they were able to find the open man and convert there on the line rush. But really like how we closed off that period and finished strong there, getting a couple goals.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You go down 2-0, hit the immediate timeout. Then Glenn, I think, had a good wake up call for the boys there, and they were very good in that second half of that first period. You had a number of chances, couldn't score, but then all of a sudden, final minute, you strike twice, then all of a sudden it's a 2-2 tie going into the second period.
Yeah, no, and we kind of we finished hard, and there was kind of a build-up there. Like after the media, we started getting some momentum on the forward check and getting some pucks to the net, and I think we were ahead on the shot count on that period, and got a good fair share of them in the second half of that period. But a couple of nice goals there. I think a little down low play to Yui off the in the offensive zone, and a nice quick shot, and then. The Lucarelli's goal, that was a nice little play. I think Owen Thomas kind of had to get in on the forward check after a puck, and didn't have any immediate options in front of him or to the side, and he was able to identify the situation, kick it back to the point, and then got a nice puck to the net there, and we had lots of guys funneling to the net, getting their sticks open, and it was good to see that one go in.
Well, you go to the second period. You're on the penalty kill early on, but you kill it off. Owen Crudale, a bunch of saves there, but kind of right after it ended, Clippers going on a rush, a goal off the stick of Will Jones, which is tough. But
yeah, so I mean I think that was like we had just finished the kill. We were changing players. They kind of had one guy out, just came over the blue line. I think we're trying to suppress shots, and the guys from distance shot the puck from distance, and it looked like it just nicked the shaft of Jonesy's stick there and changed a little bit of direction, and so that's a tough one on the goaltender. But especially after when you get a good kill like that, and it not only do you gain momentum from getting the job done in the kill, but it's deflating for the power play when they're not able to generate. So then it kind of stings when it's like a shot from distance, should be a routine save, but it hits a stick and takes a bounce. So yeah, kind of a tough one there for the third goal.
Well, then after that, again, the Kings, I think, responded very well. You really controlled for the most part of the rest of the second period. You get a power play, couldn't score, but it was tough to get chances against this Clippers team that was very good in the defensive zone, blocking a lot of shots. Again, you were able to get a couple looks, but just couldn't find a way to get one more in the net.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about specifically too. In that second period, we had some. It started off with the Lucarelli line. Got some really good work done on the forecheck. I really think that game was a real positive for that new look line there. Big, heavy, hard to defend. Guys that are all hard to knock off the puck, and they were able to get some pucks deep and control them, and I saw that line kind of leading the way because when they were getting that good work done, I saw our next group that was hopping over the boards was ready to keep that momentum going, and that was so there was a lot of positives there at the end of the second.
Well, then third period, first two periods, you give up the early goal, but you score that early goal at the start of the third. Christian Morrow with a great heads-up play to find his way behind the defense and just muscles a backhander on net, and all of a sudden 3-3 tie.
Yeah, that was a beautiful goal. Belzile to quickly get his head up and spring him on the breakaway, and then Morrow to fight off that check. I think he kind of got that puck from, I don't want to say a standstill, but it wasn't like he had a full head of steam, and he was able to get his feet moving and create a bit of space from the defender there, and kind of protected the puck very well and was able to elevate it on the backhand. That was a really nice goal.
Well, then, so 3-3 tie, but the Clippers started to find their way now with that game-winning goal midway through. Kings, two good chances in front of the net. Yeah, that shot that was off the mask of Nixon, and there was another second chance there, but then off the rush, and Deturis able to snipe one past Crudale. Yeah,
and I know 100% that's one that Crudale's going to want back. He's a strong goaltender, and that shot, I'll give their guy credit. It was a nice little drag shot. He changed the release point and got it off with some heat. But, I think Crudale expects to make those saves most of the time. So, and then, we had our fair share of chances, like you mentioned. And then at the end of the game, pressing really hard in the last couple minutes, had the goalie pulled, had some really good looks. Weren't able to get it done, but I don't think no shortage of effort there. I think that the guys all came to play. They worked really hard. They pushed to the end. We came back and tied the game up twice, and that shows a lot of character, and it shows what we're capable of doing when we're at our best. But and I really liked on our back end. We had some extra bodies. I know that last Alberni weekend, super banged up, 5 guys, one of them's an AP. To have 7 bodies back there and 7 guys that are fresh, ready to go, I think that helps us a lot. I think when we had those penalty kill situations, guys weren't fatigued. There was guys that were ready to go, and when you get tested, it's good to have those extra bodies back there, and it came up big for us on the kill. So yeah, like I said, lots of positives there, but that's a good hockey team that we played tonight, and we got them again tomorrow, and I think we can cover some ground, and we're hungry for the 2 points tomorrow.
So you had another chance, 6-on-5 late in the game, and it seems like every game at home, this Kings team goes up with the extra attacker late. Hasn't found a way to get a goalie, but again, like you said, it's not for a lack of effort. There's been chance after chance. Saw a couple today. Is it more about when you get that extra attacker now? Is it really just about just finishing now, more than anything?
Well, I think if you look back, I'd like to watch the 6-on-5 situation, but I think we did the right things to generate the quality chances. So we had a number of looks. I think Sandu had like a little one-timer opportunity at the top of the circle. We had a couple of tight plays around the net. It's just a matter of executing, and we're close. We're doing the right things. Their goaltender stood tall at the end. I thought we had bodies to the net, and we were running the plays, but yeah, I think it's just a matter of execution at this point.
Well, you mentioned, the play of the top line, Lucarelli, Daddier, and Christian Samatis, Samatis. I get messed up a couple times on that one. But you talked about how good they were tonight. But overall, individually for Samatis, how do you like the way he played tonight?
I liked it. I didn't like the penalty call on him. I think he gloved the puck and then a guy stepped on him, and it was just, I don't know. I told the ref, like, it's a bit of a soft call for a 1-goal game in the third, to call it closing the hand on the puck when it's like in the neutral zone. And, like, if you would have closed your hand on the puck around the scoring area in the D zone, you kind of took away a scoring chance. But 1-goal game, I didn't like that call. But anyways, back to Chris. Yeah. I think there's a good skill set there for a big guy. Really good, nice hands, good with the puck. He's got good puck protection skills. He was effective on the forecheck. That whole line, when their forecheck was when they got a puck down low, I mean, they were recovering pucks. They were protecting it, establishing control, and then making a play to the net. And they did that pretty consistently throughout the night. So, that's what you like to see when you have a big line put together like that. And hopefully it's something they can build on and just keep going.
And there was another new defenseman in the lineup, Wyatt Davis. He picked up an assist on the Anthony Lucarelli goal. Obviously, didn't really get a chance to practice with the team, so didn't play a lot tonight. But, what you saw of him, you saw how good he was with the puck. And for a first game, not afraid to, take the puck up ice and, and start something offensively. What were your thoughts on his performance this evening?
Very good. I mean, coming in, I think he had a long travel day to get here, up early in the morning, traveling from Alberta last night to Vancouver, and then early morning flight to Powell River, hopping on the ice for morning skate, getting a quick nap and a bite to eat, and then you're in your first BCHL game. I thought he took a couple of shifts to settle in, but as the game went on, he got stronger. He was one of the guys I noticed more in the third period. A couple of times retrieving a puck behind the net, and he was able to shake that first forechecker and take it for a skate. And he's got some he was kind of using his long stride and getting up the ice pretty effectively, and really nice play on the Lucarelli goal. I talked about Owen Thomas kind of getting in and pinching down low, grabbing that puck, and then kicking it back to him on the point. And then, he did a good job of finding that stick, and Luch obviously did a good job of making himself available for a tip. And but yeah, I thought he played really well, and that's a good starting point. I expect him to just keep going from there.
Well, again, tomorrow it's a second game of the doubleheader between the Kings and the Clippers. And again, it was a good performance tonight, but it seems like tomorrow you just need to find that extra something deep down to be able to come away with 2 points.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, but I think we clean up a couple of those mental errors in the first period. We're not in this situation. We're coming away with the win tonight. We played that good, and not to make excuses at all, but you're off for 2 weeks. I think we've worked on a lot of stuff. We were able to work on our skill, breaking down certain areas of our game, forwards and D, and then we were able to kind of ramp it up and get some good practicing in, get some good workouts in the gym. But you can't, as much as you try and create that game-like environment, it's a little bit different when you hop into a real game. And I think a couple of those mistakes early on are just maybe a little bit of rust from being off a couple of weeks. But we need to clean them up because, those ended up being the difference tonight.
Well, we can't wait for it again. Kings and Clippers tomorrow night, once again from the HAP, a 5 p.m. puck drop here from Powell River. Dwight, again, thank you very much for your time, and we'll talk to you next time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.